Hey, thank you guys for telling me that I'm muted. Didn't even know. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. We have Bryan Danielson. What's up, guys? What's up, chat? Hold on, y'all. I'm still getting this shit together. God damn it. I was born for greatness, greatness, greatness. Alright. Whew. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Sooplex, and we are here. We are live watching AEW Dynamite. Not too often do I go live for Dynamites or Collisions anymore, but I figured today we would because there's some stuff to talk about. A lot of newsworthy stuff going on this week, especially with the news about, well, the rumors of Bryan Danielson being at the helm of CM Punk's release. Allegedly, we'll talk about that in a bit. But I think up next, we have a match for the AEW Continental Classic. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not all too up to par on the standings right now. I did miss Dynamite and Rampage. So it looks like Bryan Danielson is not even on the charts yet. Brody King has 3, Claudio has 3, and Daniel Garcia has 3. Claudio and Brody has 3, Daniel and Eddie has 0. On the Gold League, Moxley has 3, Swerve has 3, Jay White has 3, but Mark, Jay Briscoe, and Roosh have 0. I hate this format. I hate how everyone is not having matches at the same time. It's so hard to keep track of it like this. Oh, why do they have to overcomplicate this tournament? You could have just kept it at having like an even amount of matches on the show. This format is so weird. Can you sing Champion by Chris Brown? I could. Some people love to learn. Some people wait their turn. I'm not going to do all that, though. We got to open with Jay White versus Swerve. No, I don't think so. Woo! Sooplex regime. All right, I like that. I like that. I always like the term regime. The word regime, I always like that word. But we're Suplexicans, baby. Have you kept up with the Puff Daddy drama? Nah, I don't follow any celebrity drama. Unless it directly affects like wrestling, I don't follow celebrity drama. It's got to be like a celebrity I actually care about, which isn't many. Wild things! You make my heart sing. We got everything groovy. Come on, wild things. Y'all, I'm hungry, man. I came right here and started the stream. I didn't even eat anything. I didn't eat anything. I didn't drink anything. This might have been a bad idea, but we'll see. How was the Iron Claw movie? It was very tragic, but I enjoyed it. I can't speak too much on it because I'm on a review embargo. Oh, let me talk about this real quick, all right? So I posted a picture to my YouTube community, right? The amount of people who have been roasting my outfit is insane. First of all, I don't understand why this outfit was so bad, all right? It made sense. I wore a black sweatshirt. It was technically a turtleneck. I wore a black turtleneck, right? With a black and white patterned joggers and fucking black boots. Like, I didn't understand what the fucking problem with the outfit. I guess people had a problem with turtleneck and joggers. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not turtleneck and joggers? Joggers are comfortable and turtlenecks are in because it's wintertime. I don't see what the issue is. I don't know. Y'all crazy. Y'all like Seth Rollins when he's wearing quirky, weird gear, but when I do it, it's a fucking problem, man. Hypocritical. Y'all call me hypocrite, man. Y'all hypocrites. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna keep rocking my turtle. I'm like Miles Morales. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna keep rocking my turtleneck and fucking jog. You know what I'm about to do? I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm gonna wear fucking turtlenecks and joggers from now on and make that a thing. And y'all gonna eat shit when people are wearing turtleneck and joggers, man. Y'all gonna eat shit when people are wearing turtleneck and jogger combinations next winter. Not this winter, because I'm gonna have to make that a thing. But next winter, when motherfuckers are rocking that as a whole fit combo, y'all gonna eat y'all words, man. You were dripped out for that movie for real. Did you get a steak afterwards? I should have. I should have gotten a steak, but no. My go-to for post-screenings, my go-to meal for post-screenings is insomnia cookies. There's an insomnia cookies right next to the screening I go to normally. So I usually get like insomnia cookies. Or unless, if I'm going like way upstate Pennsylvania, then probably not. But normally I'm going to like Philadelphia. And like right outside the theater I go to, it's like insomnia cookie. It's like, it's downtown Philadelphia. So like I go to insomnia cookies because that's usually what's still open by the time I'm getting out of theater, like 9 or 10 o'clock. I just joined. Can you talk about Bryan Danielson getting CM Punk fired? So, yeah, while we have John Moxley versus Jay Lethal happening right now, because obviously I think we all know who's going to win this match. There was an article that was published this morning. A lot of people are reporting on it. Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer, all those guys. Let me see if I can find the link real quick. That way I'm not just like, I don't think I'm bullshitting or anything. It's been a very hot topic today. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I know I liked it. Where are you? No, I think I retweeted it. Let me see if I could go to my retweets. My repost. I forgot. It's not tweets anymore. It's post. Repost. Here we go. It says, Bryan Danielson headed up the AEW disciplinary committee that ultimately led to the termination of CM Punk. So basically, the article says that Bryan Danielson was the lead for AEW's disciplinary committee, which was the committee that basically gave a letter of recommendation to Tony Khan to part ways with CM Punk. The quote says, there was also one long-respected member of the AEW talent roster that was involved, in Bryan Danielson. When asking sources on the AEW roster about his inclusion, one called him an appropriate moral compass who exemplifies objectivity, and said he effectively headed up and was the face of the disciplinary committee. Danielson was said to have spoken to the roster when addressing them about Punk's termination, and noted that the decision was particularly a hard one. He cited that the positives that CM Punk brought up and his long-standing friendship with Punk, but said it was a decision that had to be made. That is the quote from Fightful Select. Basically, Bryan Danielson asked the roster, he went to the roster and basically told them, listen, this is what's going to happen. He got witness accounts. He got all that type of stuff. And then he and whoever is on the committee basically made the collective decision that it was for the best to part ways with Punk. Now, at the end of the day, even if Bryan Danielson was the head of the committee that came to that conclusion, Tony Khan is the one who signs off on it at the end of the day. That's how I see it. Like, even if now, I don't even know why why this news is coming. That's my question. Why is this coming out now? This is very, very, very weird timing. Like, I understand CM Punk is now in AEW, so all the Punk news is coming. But like, this is weird. This is weird timing. Like, I would imagine if this was going to come out, it would have came out like September when Punk got fired. Because it's like, that would have been a time for people to have scapegoats and shit. But like, why is this coming out now? That's my question. But it's out. And now there's people putting blame on Bryan. Oh, I thought Bryan was his friend. Bryan's a snitch. Bryan's this, Bryan's that. If Bryan was put in that position by Tony Khan, right? When you're put in that position, your friendships have to be put to the side. You can't be having biases. You can't be having this, oh, well, you know, we had great matches in the past and, you know, we are like brothers. Like, no, it's like being a cop, man. It's like being a cop at the end of the day. Cops have to abide by the law before anything. I hate having to relate that to a cop, but it's like, you have to do your job. It's like if you're working a normal job. obviously every once in a blue moon you might throw a friend of yours a bone, but it's like you have to do your job too. And that's kind of the thing with Bryan Danielson, is that he works for AEW. So he's looking out for AEW. What's best for AEW is what he had to do. That's the way I see it. So I don't blame Bryan Danielson for his decision. What's best in AEW's interest came first. He did what's best for basically he did what's best for business, and I don't hate him for it. And like I said, when it all comes down to it, Tony Khan signed off on it. They could have suggested this to Tony Khan, and Tony Khan could have very well just said no and kept CM Punk under contract. Bryan Danielson does not sign off on the pink slip. Tony Khan does. So we can point fingers at Bryan Danielson, which, again, I don't understand why this is coming out now. We can point fingers at Bryan Danielson, but he is not the one that fired CM Punk. That was CM Punk who got CM Punk fired. That's the way I see it. If CM Punk didn't have those actions, if CM Punk wasn't backstage boxing Jack Perry and throwing chairs at Matt Jackson and having his friend Ace Steel bite, like if he wasn't doing all that stuff, he wouldn't even be in this position for him to have a committee talk about whether we should fire CM Punk. Had he not done all that stuff, this wouldn't even be a discussion right now. So again, all this finger pointing that's going on, I don't understand why it's going on. It's all from the root cause of one person, CM Punk. CM Punk screws. CM Punk is what Hezekiah is saying, yeah. CM Punk is not. No, CM Punk is still in WWE. And that's the crazy thing. None of this news comes out affects CM Punk's WWE contract at all. So again, I don't even understand why this is coming out now. Danielson is the go to my books. Paved the way for that summer's. Whenever I see SS, I think SummerSlam. I almost said SummerSlam. For his Survivor Series return, to be honest. Of course, it wasn't his only decision. I saw some Delulu people online, too, saying like, oh, Bryan Danielson's a real one because he saw how upset CM Punk was and he probably knew he wanted to go back. So they were trying to make up in their mind that Bryan Danielson was doing CM Punk a solid. I'm like, you gotta be super delusional to think that this was all some construed plan between these two men to get him to go back to WWE. Like, wow. I don't know, man. Fans are crazy. I'm a fan too, but fans are crazy, man. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to Dynamite for a little bit. And I need to turn my air off because I cannot hear it. Also, Chad, how's your day? How's everybody's day been going today? Mine's been pretty busy. I just got home and I turned on the stream. Didn't even have a chance to eat. Didn't even have a chance to digest anything. Didn't even have a chance to relax. I want to come on stream. Because, like I said, I'm trying to get in the habit of streaming, y'all. Hold on. Let me turn off my air. I'm back. Like, I'm really trying to get in the habit of streaming more often. So I'm like, well, I'm going to come home and I'm going to stream. I'm going to stream. I'm not tired. I drank an energy drink before I got here, so we're good. We're solid. We're going to watch Dynamite. I'm going to let y'all know right now, though. I'm going to let y'all know this right now, Trap. To not get your hopes up when it comes to these reaction streams, because listen, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, all right? I'm going to keep it a $1.50 with all y'all. I do not watch weekly wrestling television. Not consistently. I don't. Raw, SmackDown, AEW Collision, AEW Dynamite, AEW. I do not watch all 5 shows every single week. Actually, I'll be the first to say I don't even watch all 5 shows, period. I don't watch all 5 of them. I don't. I do not. There are some weeks where I only watch Collision. There are some weeks where I only watch Dynamite and SmackDown. There are some weeks where I only watch SmackDown. There are some weeks where I might watch SmackDown, Collision, and Dynamite, and maybe I watch Raw that week. There might be a week out of the year where I watch all 5 shows. But, like, those are few and far between. I really just There's so much wrestling around, and I work a full-time job, and I'm trying to do like this. I just do not have the mental capacity to watch all of those shows. And sometimes when I watch these shows, I don't want to go live for it. I just want to watch the shows and enjoy it and then come on here and talk about it. So I don't want to get y'all hopes up when it comes to me streaming more, because it's not going to be a lot of like these streams watching Dynamite. Like I don't want to get y'all hopes up. They will happen. I'm not saying they're not going to happen, but this is not going to be like a weekly thing. This is not going to be like a consistent, like Santi's app and Wheezy. Like, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not. I'm somebody who will come on live and let's talk about all the news, rumors happening in wrestling, or let's play a game, or let's do a tier ranking, or let's do like, so I'm one of those guys. I want to be one of those streamers. I want to be one of those just chatters, special events. You know, if I'm doing a reaction stream, it's going to be to a pay-per-view. Like AEW fucking World's End. Well, probably not World's End because I'll be there, but you get the point. AEW pay-per-views, live streaming for it. WWE pay-per-views, live streaming for it. NXT pay-per-views, probably go live for those too. The big shows, we'll go live for them. The the TV shows, But I think I'll okay, here's what I'll ask you guys. So like, if I do start going live more, what kind of streams do you want to see from me? Like, do you guys want to see those like reaction streams? I feel like there's so many other reaction streamers out there. Yeah, I mean, like, that market is just so saturated anyway. Mellow X507, what's up, man? John Moxley just won. I'm sorry if y'all didn't hear it. I had the volume turned all the way down. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I only joined for the discourse. Like, I made the title of this video about Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. I didn't even make it about AEW Dynamite because the stream is really not even about Dynamite, honestly. I just love hearing you talk. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. AEW pay-per-view streams, yes. Pay-per-views, we'll be doing streams for those. We'll be doing streams for pay-per-views. That I can confirm. That I will do. But the week-to-week TVs, few and far between. I'm not saying I'll never do them, because I will do them sometimes. Like, if Roman Reigns is on SmackDown, all right, we might do a stream for that SmackDown. Or if we're doing there's like a big match, all right, we'll do a stream for like Dynamite or whatever. But like, I don't. And one thing is, y'all will literally almost never catch me doing Raw streams. Because I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I don't watch Raw. I don't. Not that I don't like the Raw stars. I cannot bear 3-hour Raws. I can't bear them. It took everything in my power. To watch Raw this week, because that show was so boring. I don't know about y'all. I thought Raw was boring, largely just a boring show. And then we got to the end with the CM Punk promo, and that wasn't even all that interesting. Like, I can't do Raw. Hats off to all the streamers that do Raw. I can't, bro. I can't. I haven't been able to do 3-hour Raws for like 10 years now. Let me not say 10 years, like 7 years now. I don't think I've fully watched 3-hour Raws since like maybe 2016. That might have been the last year I watched 3-hour Raws. And then after that point, it's been here and there, and now I don't watch 3-hour Raws at all. Now, next year, I know they're shopping Raw around. Next year, when they go to a different network, if they go to 2 hours, different story. I'll watch Raw, but I doubt it. I doubt they're ever going back to 2 hours. They've been 3 hours for like 13. Not 13. They've been 3 hours for 12 years now. They've been 3 hours, I think, since 2012 or 2011. So, AEW putting on 4-hour-long pay-per-views. Listen, they do it once a month. I was about to say they do it every 3 to 4 months, but they do it once a month now. As long as they get on Max and that shit is not going to be costing me $50 a month, they could do 4-hour pay-per-views, man. That's all right. Big homie Weezy was in the opening. I saw all the fucking Wrestle Talkers are on there. I'm excited for them. I was happy for them. Shout out to all the wrestle streamers out there. Danielson type. Where'd my thing go? There it is. Daniel Garcia versus Andrade El Idolo and Bryan Danielson. Yo, Collision actually going to be kind of cold this week, bro. Claudio and Brody King, Daniel Garcia, and yeah, Collision's kind of cold this week. I ain't gonna lie. I might actually tune in for Collision. Mark Briscoe versus Roosh. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really care about Mark Briscoe versus Roosh. Yo, Plex, do you think MJF should vacate the title? No. If he's defending the title, they already confirmed that MJF is going to face Samoa Joe for the AEW World Title at World's End. So why vacate the title when you could just drop the title? That wouldn't make any sense. Just drop the title next month. He doesn't even have to wrestle up until that show. He can literally just spend the next month recuperating, have a small... It doesn't have to be a long, lengthy match with him doing elbow drops to the outside. Just have a 10-minute match. Or you could even have Samoa Joe fucking squash MJF for all I care. Have a match, have him lose a title, and then go back to recovery. You don't have to drop the title. No interim champion bullshit either. Just have him straight up beat him clean. Now, if we get the World's End, and all this stuff about MJF is hurt and he retains, I'm going to be very confused. I'm going to be very, very... I'm like... we already know MJF has a torn labrum. But on top of that, he's having hip issues. You got 2 existing injuries going on. Like, go heal up, bro. Go heal up. Yeah, it's not like I understand you in a storyline right now. You in multiple storylines, but the main storyline we've been focusing on for the better part of half of AEW's 2023 is Adam Cole and MJF. And Adam Cole's already injured. Adam Cole's already on the shelf. So that storyline, y'all just gotta AEW's gotta ice that storyline, bro. I know they probably don't want to do it. I know that's not what Tony Khan wants to hear, but you gotta ice that storyline. I'm not saying throw it away and don't come back, but just ice it. Like, there's no reason to keep it going when both guys are injured. Ice it. Ice it. Start a new one. Samoa Joe could be your new champion. I don't know if you want to have Samoa Joe go into the year as a babyface or a heel. Because obviously he's the heel in the storyline because MJF's a babyface. But you can turn him babyface going into next year. Depending on how long MJF is going to be out, I don't think it's going to be that long. If, let's say, MJF is out until like March, right? March or April. That gives Samoa Joe a good like 2-3 months with the title. He can win it back at like Double or Nothing, right? Win it back at Double or Nothing. Give Joe the title for a couple months. Have him feud with like, I don't know. Give him a big feud with Danielson or something. Well, I don't know how many. That's the thing about Danielson, man. That's the thing about him. Danielson's a great wrestler. But, like, whenever it comes to big matches, he always loses. Like, it's almost hard to buy into him having a championship match. Because, like, he's just not going to win it. He's been in, like, 3 championship feuds, and he lost all of them. Wait, what is Tony Schiavone saying?
So many great matches, Sting matches were held. The one match came in particular to mind, and that is the match back in 1988. Sting, 35 years ago, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Dominique Preston, thank you for the $5 super chat. 1 second.
At the Greensboro Coliseum, Sunday, March 3rd. Let's bring in Sting and the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair. And gentlemen, Sting, first of all.
Wait, hold on, nowhere.
24-0, the longest win streak here in AEW. What a fitting place for you to have your final match and maybe bump that winning streak up than the Greensboro Coliseum.
The Greensboro Coliseum.
Years ago, 1988, March 1988, world title, my very first world title match against probably the greatest world champion of all time, Ric Flair. And I would have never guessed that night that I'd be standing here 35 years or whatever it is later, right, having this interview with you too, right? It's been all these years. And the memories that night, 45 minutes draw.
Sure.
But 45 minutes commercial free. A lot of people don't know that's a fact. It's like the first time in history.
Is the biggest arena in America? No, it is definitely not the biggest arena in America. That belongs to the Penn State Arena. In State College, PA, the Nittany Lions, they have like 110,000 seat arena. So maybe that's not even the biggest indoor arena, bro.
Bottom line, end of story. And I want to thank you you for that, Rick. Thank you, Tony, for
Biggest in size, maybe, but definitely not the most suits.
You're right. What a fitting place for me to end my career all these years later. Man, Greensboro, so many memories, huh, Rick?
I tell you, Rick, you and I have had so many memories in Greensboro.
So why is Rick there? They're not facing each other, are they?
40 years ago. Tony, yeah, you remember that? Just like
I just started this Continental Classic. Why is it Malachi in it, but Brody is? Good question. Wish I had an answer, honestly. But thank you for the $5 super chat. I wish Malachi was in it. I don't understand why he's not in it.
In Greensboro, North Carolina, where Sting make no mistake. I did not make Sting. He made himself. 45 minutes. Commercial free. With me. Unthinkable. He walked back in the locker room that day to 25.
What are we doing right now?
Jesus. You were the man. You did it, Stinger. Didn't rehearse it. Didn't talk about it.
Wait,
You
what?
went out and did it.
I'm very confused. Why are you talking this thing in third person when he's literally standing right next to you? What the fuck? Why are you? He's talking this thing in the camera like he's not standing. Like, look to your right, brother. What are you doing?
Tony Khan. I'm with my friend Tony Schiavone, and I'm going back to Greensboro for what will arguably be the greatest moment of my life, and God knows I've had some great moments. I'm honored to be there at your side. And man, I'm guaranteeing you say this: the ACC, whatever. I mean, that's whatever tournaments they hold there, whatever events they hold there.
Bro, what is going on right now?
Highway 85 will be lined up from Richmond to Charlotte, like it always was. Sting and the Nature Boy and AEW are coming to Greensboro. Let's give them to them like this, Stinger. Woo! Woo! Woo!
This is 80s all over again, Rick. Oh, my God. Tickets go on sale for March 3rd and Sting's final match at Revolution 2024 on Friday, December 15th. It's coming right up at AEWTIX.com. Let's send it back to the ring, guys. It's showtime. Woo!
Well, AEW returns to the minute.
I'm sorry. Why? What was that?
Revolution and Sting's final match. That's massive, legendary stuff we just witnessed.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I get they wanted to, announce Sting's last match at the Greensboro Coliseum, but did it really take us like 6 minutes with Ric Flair? Like, did it take us? Did we really need 6 minutes of Ric Flair trying to explain what Sting just told us about what Tony Schiavone also? Like, we just heard Sting reiterate what Tony Schiavone said, and then Ric Flair garble what Sting just said about what Tony Schiavone just said. What was the point of that? I mean, I understand the point of it, but it's like, bro, that could have been a whole match. That could have been a whole squash match we just watched right there. I don't know, man. That felt like a waste of my time. Much respect to Sting and Ric Flair, but that felt like a whole waste of my time. I was so that felt like that was a whole ass waste of my time. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was a whole ass waste of my time. Why did TK sign Ric Flair? Because he likes Ric Flair. That's why he signed him. I think fans need to stop acting like they don't know why he signed Ric Flair. It's because he's fond of him. He's a fan of him. That's why. I mean, to be fair, if I owned the company, I would sign somebody that I looked up to as well. But also just know that the person you looked up to has some baggage. And also is not offering much at their age or their state of life right now. So you're kind of paying them for likeness, I guess. You can use Ric Flair in your video games. That's about it. Because this is a use of Ric Flair's talents. Don't think it was worth it. Roosh and Mark Briscoe going at it right now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care. Ayo, Sooplex on that. Didn't know that information. AEW needs to release some folks because they can book multiple people. Well, that's the crazy thing. They have 3 shows. You would think they should be able to book multiple people on those shows, right? Ric Flair will never retire. In fact, he'll implant his brain into a robot to face Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship in 2079. Well, what did Roman Reigns be? Wouldn't he be dead by 2079, bro? Roman Reigns was born in like what, 1980 something? Well, I mean, I say he'd be dead. He wouldn't be dead by 1979, but he'd be like what, like 90 by that time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns would be like 90. He would not be wrestling at 90 years old. I hope he wouldn't be. It's like Ric Flair and TNA, but worse because he can offer literally nothing. It feels very pointless to have him stick around. Sting can do stuff backstage, but he's gonna retire. So, Bo predicts Ric Flair will have a match or two in 2024. Let's not predict or hope for that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. When Ric Flair came out and Sting was talking about retirement, I was very scared. I was very scared Ric Flair was going to be announcing himself as Sting's opponent. I was terrified for a hot second. And then the promo like kept going, so I'm like, there is still opportunity for Ric Flair to announce himself as Sting's opponent, but we didn't get that, thank God. Who's your favorite big guy in AEW? Mine is Samoa Joe. Currently my favorite big guy in AEW? Probably Samoa Joe too. I used to say Wardlow, but Lord, we don't even know what the fuck Wardlow's doing right now. I mean, Wardlow's supposed to be in a feud at MJF, but like, how can you be in a feud when you're barely on TV, bro? How do you feel about the draw discourse between Punk's return doing record numbers for WWE? In my opinion, it just shows that WWE is the biggest draw. What do you mean? The draw discourse. Is there really discourse about CM Punk being a draw? What discourse, bro? This is a known fact. CM Punk is a draw. This is a fact. I don't know what is the discourse about though. What are we discussing? I'm not trying to come at, but like what are we discussing right now? CM Punk is a draw. This has been a known fact for like ages. This has been a known fact. There's nothing to discuss here. WWE is the number one promotion in the world. What is there to discuss there? CM Punk being a draw for WWE. I mean, well, if you combine the two things I just said, that makes the most sense to me. I don't know. I don't think there's anything to discuss right there, man. Honestly. Why did you call him PG Punk? That's what people were calling him. People were calling him PG Punk. People were literally calling him PG Punk on Twitter. That's why I said that. They were calling his promo PG Punk. 1 week they're making them look like such a big deal, then the next week they disappear. Sounds like AEW booking. Neely Nell was Hatton girl. Wardlow deserves better. I agree. How good was Iron Claw? It was very good, but I can't say too much on it because I'm under a review embargo, so I can't discuss the movie too much. Not until the review embargo is over, which I don't think it ends until like December the 10th or something like that. Who should be Sting's last opponent and Bryan's last opponent? Bryan's last opponent should be Will Ospreay, and Sting's last opponent. I mean, it depends. If Sting's last match. If Sting's last match is a tag match, then I don't know. Like I feel like he's faced just about every tag team in AEW in a tag match, hasn't he? The only tag team I don't think Sting has faced is the Young Bucks, and I could be wrong about that. He could have faced the Young Bucks in a tag team match by now. If it's a singles match, that kind of narrows it down because Sting has never had a singles match in AEW. So you could pick anybody really. You could pick Darby for a singles match, which makes sense. Put Darby Allin over. You can give him Christian Cage. You can give him Bryan Danielson. You can give him Chris Jericho. You can give him a list of people. But part of me also believes that it's probably going to be a tag match. So I don't know. I do not know. Adam Copeland makes sense too, yeah. Yo, Sooplex, have you seen the assumed Jeff Jarrett position? What does that mean exactly? He faced the Young Bucks at Forbidden Door, but it was an 8-man tag. Well, he faced the Young Bucks already. Let's be honest, Punk deserved to get fired, but at the same time, canning your biggest draw and him going to WWE, bad look overall. Well, not really a bad look, honestly, because when you think about it, you can't say he deserved to get fired, but then say it's a bad look on AEW's end. Like, it's a bad look on AEW's end that, what? Exactly. If you said CM Punk deserved to get fired, then it was good on AEW for firing CM Punk. That would be kind of your requiem, right? If he deserved to get fired, AEW fired him, so they weren't going to hire him. But if AEW fired him and hired him back, then why did you fire him in the first place? He went to WWE because where else was he really going to go? He could go to Impact, yeah, but they're not going to give him the kind of money WWE's going to give him. He's not going to get the kind of exposure he would get on WWE. Like, that was kind of the only other option he had. That was the only option he had, was WWE. So they knew firing CM Punk means he's probably going to WWE. They knew that was a possibility. So I can't really say it's a bad look for AEW, honestly. Also, people saying stuff like just use the IRL beef, doesn't understand what being an alternative to WWE means. Jungle Boy is entitled and should take veterans' advice. What do you mean he's entitled and should take veterans' advice? How do you even know that? You know what's really funny? When you think about it, Jack Perry and CM Punk had a backstage fight. CM Punk got fired, and CM Punk is the first person to return to TV. It's like, did Jack Perry really get the last laugh when CM Punk was the first person out of the two to return to television? Like, no one is saying this. Even though Jack Perry, in theory, is the one who got CM Punk fired, did he really get the last laugh when CM Punk is the first of the two to return to television? I don't know, man. How long has Jack Perry been gone? Since what? Since All In. He's been gone since All In, and that was the very end of August. So he's been gone for September, October, November, going on 3 months. He's been gone 90 days, basically. Actually, technically, it's been 90 days as of yesterday. Because September 27th, October 27th, November. Yeah, it's been 90 days as of yesterday. Good evening, Combo85. How are you doing? This is messy as hell, but par for the course of AEW. It sounds like Bryan did a great job, but Tony Khan put him in a position is awful. Got to go outside for something like that. Huge malpractice. It's a very weird, like I said, it's a very precarious position because it's like, we didn't even need to know this information. How did that even get out? I don't know. Wasn't it a 90-day suspension anyways? Well, we didn't. Oh, shit. That was a nice beer from Mark Briscoe. We weren't given time on how long the suspension is. So, I don't know. It could be 90 days. He could just be holding him off TV until he has something for him. That could be possible as well. Which feels like an extended suspension, right? Don't forget, Punk is now making millions while Jack Perry isn't making anything, really. Well, yeah, you're not making anything when you're suspended. Unless your suspension is up, then you obviously are getting paid, but still. Mox needs to work on his Death Riders because most of the team, it looks like a butterfly suplex. Yeah, his Death Riders have always kind of look like that. I've kind of just gotten used to them. I've kind of gotten used to the fact that his DDT kind of is ass. I ain't gonna hold you. I always thought his DDT was ass. I just got used to it. He does it so much. I don't know. The Jack Perry situation proves how much networking matters when establishing stuff. Oh, yeah. Networking is more important than actually having job experience, honestly. I saw Swerve interview where he talked about playing mind games with Triple H and how that wasted a lot of time. Don't let anybody convince you that job experience is more important than networking. Networking gets more important. You can be shit at your job, but if you know the right people, you will keep your job. You could be great at your job, but if you are in bad terms with the right people, you'll get fired. Simple as that. It is literally that simple. You can be the best in the world at your job, but if you are in bad terms with the right people, your ass can still get fired. Meanwhile, Joe Schmo, who's terrible at his job, can be a people person and will still get kept because he's in good graces with everybody. That is reality. If you are young, that's a piece of word for you. Take that advice. Doesn't matter how good you are, if you are not a people person or you don't know how to be in the good graces of other people, your job could be at stake. Network. Learn networking. Learn how to network. It's the most important trait you will learn in your life. The most important trait you could learn in your entire life is networking and how to be a people person, how to connect relationships, and how to emotionally invest people. How to get people emotionally invested is also a really good trait. Storytelling is a very good trait as well. I'm not saying you gotta be. I'm not saying don't work at your job, because obviously, if you don't do any work at all, you can still slip through the cracks. But learn to network. I've gotten many places in the wrestling business by networking. Trust me. I got many places by being funny, but I also got many places by networking too. You know who just followed me on Twitter today? Fucking Bronson Reed. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna DM him on Instagram. Making connection. Also, I did, bro. There's a lot of wrestlers that follow me on like Instagram and TikTok. Also, I don't want to brag, but like, yeah. Bronson Reed, I fuck with Bronson Reed. I always fuck with Bronson Reed, to be honest. Like, I always thought he was a damn good wrestler and whatnot. Even back when he was Jonah Rock. I just don't follow a lot of wrestlers on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of people on Instagram. I have like 50. I'm following 56 accounts right now. Hey, Sooplex, I am an AEW fan. Why do I feel like it will fail? I don't know. You tell me, man. You're asking me about your opinion. You tell me, man. Why do you think it will fail if you like it so much? Rick Knox is terrible at his job. I agree he is. Yet he is friends with the Young Bucks. That is very true. Hey, Timeless Tony Storm. Let's go.
Oh, God. Sit down, darling. You're so loud.
I just wanted to say we saw your championship acceptance
Yes,
last
you're
week.
so rudely interrupted.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to know how it ended and how you're feeling.
Wow, I mean, we partied well into the evening. Spent a bit of time at the compound. JFK was one of the Kennedys.
JFK, well, I want to be JFK, I fear.
Dehydrated, and I had a touch of the gout.
Well, I just wanted to inform you that
Sooplex.
you're scheduled to defend your AEW Women's World Championship in this state. Are you worried?
Worried? Was Fatty Arbuckle worried? Was Jean Harlow worried? Was Francis Bladen Farmer worried? No, they all turned out fine, and so will I. And before you go, would you take off my shoes? I'm getting a little bit swollen.
Oh shit, we're seeing the feet for free. That's crazy. This is crazy. We get to see her feet for free, man.
I'll tell you that gout could be rough.
Gout could be rough. Oh shit, it's the champion. It's the executive producer of Iron Claw. Let's go.
Tony, what a great time you picked to join us.
Yeah, I can't. I'm telling you, as we head now to World's End.
World Tag Team Champions and the AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman,
MJF's got quite a challenge ahead of him.
Cut my music.
He just can't cut a break.
No, I'll just text it in next time.
Oh, he's beat up bad, MJF, and you could tell right there. His left leg is shot.
The hip all banged up, potentially with a partially torn labrum as well in his left shoulder. MJF is walking into this match with Samoa Joe at World's End on December 30th.
December
Rough shape.
30th, Nassau Coliseum, World's End. It will be Samoa Joe versus yours truly for the grandest prize of them all, the Triple B.
Oh, he might address the championship or his state.
World Championship.
I kind of like the pimp cane. It adds to the. I don't know. It adds to the aesthetic.
When it comes to Samoa Joe as a person, I don't like him. But professionally, I respect him. I respect what Samoa Joe's done for this industry, and most of all, I respect the fact when he came in here, he didn't come here to line his pockets. He came here because he believes in those three letters.
Hell yeah. Ate up. Ate up.
Now, back in the early 2000s, I remember getting a poster in my mailbox. I opened it up and it said TNA Wrestling.
remember thinking to myself, what's this all about? I tuned in and I couldn't have been happier. I saw insane feats of athleticism. I saw a new cast of professional wrestlers I had never seen or heard of before. But most of all, what I saw was one man amongst the rest, and that
Bryan got CM Punk fired?
was the Submission Machine.
Nah, Punk got himself fired, and Bryan
Samoa
just
Joe
made
may
the.
have looked
He didn't even make the call. He just came to the
He
decision that it might be a good decision, and Tony Khan signed off on it.
Time he walked through that curtain, we knew he was the baddest man walking on God's green earth.
The women's division is horrible in AEW.
Now,
The roster itself is good, but the booking of the division is bad. I will agree with that, yes. Timeless Tony Storm is great, though. But it's one thing to book only one good wrestler good out of your whole division. So.
but what Joe did for this sport was bigger than that. Samoa Joe proved you don't have to be a massive male model bodybuilder to be a top guy in this sport.
Woo!
Samoa Joe broke the mold. Samoa Joe proved alternatives matter, and because of the road that Joe paved, it is allowed for a man like me to stand before you today. Without a guy like Joe, there may be no AEW. So Joe, very quickly, what I'd like to say, as much as this all pains me to admit, thank you. Yes, thank you, Joe. However, I've actually, while very grateful to have gone down the road that you paved, Joe, I'm not too shabby myself, now am I? I managed to pave a road of my own. I managed to help build a new alternative. I have been in AEW since day one, and I have helped build this place brick by brick.
Woo!
And I did that by defeating some of the biggest names in this industry. Guys like Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, Kenny Omega. But of all the names that I have had to face inside this squared circle, the one name when I look back, and I think not only was I lucky to have been victorious, I was lucky to have
You watch Invincible Suplex? Fuck yeah, man. I can't wait till tomorrow's episode.
Samoa Joe
Can't wait until tomorrow's episode, man.
But December 30th is not about your legacy. December 30th is about mine. December 30th is about Ken Max Friedman. Can Max Friedman outlast the final boss of this sport one more time?
Isn't on until 2024, bro? Oh, you're right. Fuck. Almost forgot.
I'm going to make a promise to everybody watching at home and to everybody in this arena.
Uh-oh. Not the babyface promise.
Joe, on December 30th, I don't care if my left knee keeps sliding in and out. I don't care if my right hip keeps popping in and out of socket. I don't care if my left shoulder is hanging on by a thread. I don't care if you beat me within an inch of my life. I don't care if you're King Kong and Godzilla incarnate. Because I promised December 30th, Samoa Joe, I am going to show the world in the Nassau Coliseum. It is not about the size of the dog in the fight. It is about the size of the fight in the dog. And if you want to take what's mine, at World's End, you're going to have to put me down. MJF fired.
All right.
Samoa Joe without a doubt at World's End.
Here's the devil shit again. Are you going to reveal yourself, or are we just going to keep playing games with this devil thing? Oh, it's in the ring. Oh, the devil's in the ring. Or the people with the devil are in the ring. Is the devil in the ring with the people? Sting's bat. Samoa Joe taking out the masked man, I guess. AEW just blacked out. Hey, yo, my screen just blacked out. What the hell? Yo, did anyone else's screen just black out? What happened? In the shadows, our game begins. Next week, MJF and Samoa Joe. Will you face the unknown in a tag match? Are you a hero, Max? Okay, I guess they paused.
I'm so sick of your Scooby-Doo bullshit! Let me explain something to you! I am not dealing with your crap when I got that guy breathing down my neck at World's End. No. I am going to take out all of your men one by one. I am going to unmask you, you coward! And next week, you want a tag match?
Oh yeah, Joe's like, I didn't agree to that.
You're on.
Joe, check him out. Check him out, Joe, because you ain't agreed to that. What? What's going on right now?
Back online, and there's so much to unpack there. Samoa Joe, he said that he wants MJF walking into World's End as healthy as can be.
I don't know, man. This devil thing is kind of getting played out. I don't know. Y'all still intrigued with this whole devil stuff? I just feel like I feel like it's getting dragged out a lot now. Like, I hope the devil reveals himself at World's End, because otherwise I'm just like,
Yes, please. That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
It is for our economy ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, cash or card.
For water? Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best,
I feel like it's dragging. It's getting annoying. Yeah, not really. Sorta. Like I said, I don't hate the storyline, but like I just feel like it's dragging now. Pretty sure it's Adam and they're buying time for him to come back. Bro, you do realize Adam's not coming back for like 6 months, right? Adam might not be coming back for like until April. So what, are they just gonna hold off on the devil until April? Nah. It's not Adam. It's not Adam. I would have bought that if Adam wasn't injured, but no, it's not Adam. I really you remember when we were speculating it was Britt Baker? That was funny. Pretty sure it's Adam. I hate how in 2023 all of the main champions don't have the aura that could they lose their title anymore. MJF, Roman, Seth don't really feel like they could lose their titles. Well, I mean, they're champions, so they shouldn't have the aura that they could lose their titles to an extent because they're the world champions. But I see what you're saying. I just dislike how I can predict when people can drop the title. Yeah, but that's kind of the nature of being a wrestling fan for so long, is that you kind of can see the patterns of booking, so you kind of can just tell. I don't think it makes it predictable. It's just that you know a lot. That's all. That's the thing about wrestling. It's not the same media as movies. Where movies, there's a lot of different avenues and ways you could tell stories. Wrestling, there's limited ways in telling stories when you're fighting. So it's like when you're telling stories and the story's been told the same way but in different variations, it's very easy to predict when stuff is going to happen. That's when people say, oh, this was so predictable. It's like, yeah, you've been watching wrestling for like 10 years and you've seen the same story told several times. Of course it's predictable. Like, I don't know what you were expecting. Very rarely do we see stories in wrestling that are fresh and new, so I don't know. Dante Muno, what's up, man?
We found out during the break, AEW IT security is on this issue.
Yeah, AEW
shouldn't they have addressed this issue months ago?
Buildings and tapping into our lighting and our broadcast system. Now, during the break, MJF, against the wishes of Samoa Joe, has requested a tag team match.
Oh, yeah, Joe didn't agree to that tag match.
Has agreed to that bout.
Samoa Joe didn't agree to that. What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Champion and challenger at World's End will be in a tag team match next week when AEW debuts in Montreal.
Do I think Punk will take the title off of Seth? No, I don't. I think Seth's going to beat him when they had their match. Oh shit, we were talking about Wardlow. We talked him up. We talked to Wardlow up. Here he is. They remembered him. It's a shame, man. His aura is not there anymore. Boot to that from AR Fox. Yeah, Wardlow's aura is not there anymore, bro. And he has like glitter on his gear too.
Absolutely, but right now, Wardlow best beware of AR Fox was flying around on here. We saw it, this thing kind of evolved last week, and Wardlow just headbutted backstage.
Oh shit, AR Fox, Asai moonsault. Oh shit, Wardlow catches him. Power slam on the apron. I like Wardlow, but what do you think they could do to bring him back? Well, they were on the right track when they had him come back and he was mowing down people, like having squash matches. They should have just kept doing that. The issue is that they were doing that for a bit and then they stopped for like a good few weeks. And then they brought Wardlow back for a week and then they stopped for 2 more weeks. And then it's like they're on and off with him. They got to keep it up. They got to give him a story. They're half-ass giving him one with MJF. That's the thing. He's technically in a storyline with MJF, but at the same time, it's like he really isn't. Because it's like every once in a blue moon, he's going after MJF. It's not consistent. MJF is focused on 2 people right now. The Devil and Samoa Joe. He is not concerned with Wardlow at all. It does not at all feel like MJF is concerned with Wardlow. So how are we as the fans supposed to buy into that feud when the champion does not seem bothered? Well, bothered, yes, but he doesn't seem concerned with Wardlow coming after him. He's not even addressing or calling out Wardlow. So why should we as the audience care when the champion doesn't care? And then on top of that, why is we as the audience should care when he's not even on TV like that weekly? Yeah, he's squashing AR Fox, but we don't even know if he's going to be there next week. Or we don't know if he's going to be there on Collision. Why should we care? AEW is not giving us reasons to care about Wardlow right now. I would say drop the MJF storyline because if you're not going to go all in, don't even give him the fucking story with MJF. So drop that and give him an actual story with somebody on the roster. I don't know. Who's a good guy on the roster that's not busy right now he could feud with? Moxley isn't busy. Give him a feud with Moxley. Moxley isn't busy right now. I mean, the tournament, but like after the tournament, give him a feud with Moxley. Have him go over Moxley or something. Give him a feud with Danielson. Give him a feud with Orange Cassidy. Give him a feud. You have people on the roster he can feud with. That's the issue. He's not feuding with anybody. He has no story. All he is squash matches, bro, and they're not consistent ones either. Give him something to do. That's the issue. He has nothing to do. He treads water every week. Squash matches are good, but they're not good when you have inconsistent squash matches. They do nothing for you. They're not doing anything for the people getting squashed, and they're not doing anything for the person who's doing the squashing either. So yeah, if you want to save Wardlow, give him a story. That's how you save Wardlow. But I doubt that's what they're going to do because he hasn't had a story in over a year. So I doubt that's going to change. If you're not going to do anything with him, get rid of him. Because I feel like WWE would probably do a better job booking Wardlow than AEW does, honestly. Wardlow's probably a guy I could see going to WWE soon. Wardlow is definitely a guy I could see going to WWE. because AEW don't know what to do with them. That's got to be a clip, honestly. Wardlow versus Braun Breaker. Don't do that match. Don't do that match because WWE is pushing Braun Breaker, which means that they do that match, Wardlow's probably losing. We got a 6-man tag. The Hardys and Brother Isaiah versus Top Flight. Dante Martin's back and Action Andretti.
Dante Martin returning to action, coming up next to take on Brother Zay and the Hardys.
Wardlow needs a name change? No, nothing's wrong with his name. He can keep the name, bro.
Fans, this is graphic. We have to say this is graphic, not for the faint of heart. Please turn away.
I saw this happen live on the show, man. This was so nasty. He broke his arm. Or his leg. It was one of the two. It was his leg. He broke his foot. Yeah, I saw that happen on a pay-per-view, man. That was so nasty. That was so nasty.
So horrible for Dante. I really did. And this young man able to bounce back. It was a horrific injury what happened there. But I'll tell you what, he's back, man. He's back. And Tony, Dante back.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. That Ring of Honor show was such a blur to me. I barely remember that show happening. I ain't gonna hold you. They're showing the Hardys from the video game. What do you do with the Hardys at this point? Like, they're in their mid-40s or late 40s. Both of them really aren't even. I ain't gonna lie, both of them are kind of washed. I don't know. What do you do with them? Like they can't really go after the tag titles. It's such a weird position for them to be in, because it's like they have a legacy. Obviously, they have a legacy as the Hardys, but like they just kind of exist on the AEW roster. Like, you know what they used to be, but it's like I wouldn't push them because it's like they can't really do much at this point in their careers. I don't know, man. It's such an awkward position for them to be in. But yeah, welcome back, Dante Martin. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, they kind of just start wrestling to just wrestle or just have fun. Hey, Sooplex, how's the stream going? Do you think that Will Ospreay should dethrone MJF at Wembley? Nope. I think Samoa Joe should dethrone MJF at World's End because MJF is injured and needs to recover. I think Samoa Joe should dethrone him at World's End. And if Samoa Joe doesn't, I'm going to be very confused as to why they want to have a injured man keep wrestling on their show. Not that I would be too shocked because Bryan Danielson has been wrestling on their show injured like multiple times this year, but still. Upper Deck. How did AEW book and become bad? I don't know. You gotta ask Tony Khan that one. Child, they're going to try to do something with Edge and Christian. No, please. Well, Humble 85. Wait a minute now, Humble 85. I know I said the Hardys are washed. Edge and Christian are not washed. Christian is doing the best work of his entire career right now. And is still relatively good in the ring. Adam Copeland is still relatively good in the ring. And it's like Edge and Christian are not and they're older than the Hardys, but they're not washed. You want to know why they're not washed? Because they weren't doing the shit that the Hardys were doing in their heyday. Like, Edge was doing some crazy shit, but like very sparingly was he doing crazy shit. Very sparingly. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, diving off ladders and all that type. Mainly Jeff Hardy. But it's like they've had surgeries, they've had injuries, their body hurts. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they're moving so slow. That's why people are saying they're washed. Edge and Christian, I think, have done a better, especially Christian has done a better job of reserving their bodies, and that's why they're still able to go right now. They've done a better job of reserving their bodies than the Hardys. Oh shit. Isaiah and Darius doing some lucha shit. Damn, that drop kick to the face. That was a Okada drop kick. Top Flight, man. I missed this tag team. Now, who are the tag team champions right now? Big Bill and Ricky Starks. If anyone takes the tag team titles off of them, it should be Top Flight. Give it, they stay healthy, but, you know, Top Flight. Because I feel like Top Flight collectively have been injured, like, what? 3 different times since they were running AEW? They debuted in AEW in, like, 2020, and I feel like for all their run, one brother has been injured. Like, for almost their entire run. If it's not one brother, it's the other. I'm not even trying to be rude or anything, but, like, I feel like for their entire run, one of the brothers have been injured almost the entire time. So, give it they stay healthy. I would like to see them beat Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Swerve for international. Nah, Swerve for world champion, bro. Fuck that. Swerve for world champion. I'm just saying, if Samoa Joe goes babyface, Swerve should beat him. Or you keep pushing Swerve going into 2024. MJF gets that title back, and Swerve takes the title off of MJF in the second run. That could be the next thing. I want to see Swerve as champion. When I do my 2024 predictions, I feel like Swerve being champion might be in my future. That might be in my future. We'll see. Jay White should win the Continental Classic and become Triple Crown champion. I got my money on Swerve. Swerve or Bryan Danielson winning the Continental Classic. It should be Swerve, though. Bryan Danielson should not be winning the tournament. A, because he basically made the tournament, and B, he doesn't need it. That's why Danielson's in such a weird spot, because it's like he doesn't need it like to win anything, and he doesn't win anything. Unless you want to throw him a bone. And then, of course, that's fine, but still. Swerve for AEW World Champion would be heat. You'll know it, bro. Sooplex, if you could book ECW back in the 2000s, what would you do? Well, considering I really didn't watch ECW in the 2000s outside of WWE ECW, I'm going to pass on that because I don't know. I'm not really going to book a show that I didn't watch. You think AEW will last to 2025? Yeah, I think so. AEW is not going to die out, bro. I think AEW's in it for the long haul. And if they do go down, it ain't going to be any time in the near future, bro. I don't know why people think AEW's like doom and gloom. Don't get me wrong. I know AEW's in a low point, but it's not doom and gloom. AEW is not going down. If Warner Brothers does not pick AEW up next year, someone else will. If TNA can survive as long as they have, AEW will survive as long as will survive as well. AEW has too much stock to just die out that quickly, guys.
But the Hardys in complete control of this one, Taz. Yeah, and Andretti has been singled out by the Hardys and Brothers A. And he's got to do his damnedest. He's been trying.
People treat people only treat AEW like this because it's at its low point. Like I said, AEW is in its worst year for content. But there's no saying they won't step it back up next year. You know, this might be a low point, but when you're low, the only place to go is up. I don't think AEW is quite at rock bottom yet. They could go lower, but I think they also can just go up. AEW is not at rock bottom. If AEW doesn't get renewed, they're at rock bottom. But they're not at rock bottom yet, so everybody needs to stop calling for the coffin to be lowered into the ground. They're not even in the coffin yet. My video title was literally just a title. Do you think there will be a potential for Forbidden Door in the coming? I mean, yeah, there are going to be Forbidden Doors in years to come, for sure. I'm talking about an actual TV deal. TNA is not lasting. Who really watches TNA respectfully? TNA's been alive this long, haven't they? Do you think Power Plus will pick it up if AEW? I don't know who picks up AEW if TNT doesn't pick it up. I'm not too sure who will it be.
You do come in for the break, you potentially take yourself out of position for the tag from your partner. That's why
NWA is on CW Plus. They're not on their TV. They're not on the TV show because of the, like you said, the whole snorting coke thing. Dante's in the mix now. Do you think Kenny Omega wins another world title before he retires? An AEW? Probably not. That might, like, he had a lengthy title run, man. That might have been his last title run, honestly. I get the sense Kenny Omega's probably content with that title run being his last. Roll through. 1, 2, kick out. Oh. Going for the hot tag to action, Andretti. Jeff Hardy takes him off. Oh, dropkick to damn. Oh my lord, Darius just collided with the turn, bro. Can y'all? I need these brothers to catch a break, man. I need these brothers to catch a break for real. Oh my lord, he hit that turnbuckle hard. I need them to catch a break, man. Triple assisted dropkick. An international title run is a good way to test Swerve as a singles champ. I don't even think we need to test him as a singles champion. I think he's there. He's there. He's proven it in his feud with Hangman Page. Oh, all right. Darius ain't taking that laying down. Moonsault from action, Andretti. I almost forgot AEW has trios titles. These guys can go after the trios titles for real. Who's the trios champion right now, guys? It's not the House of Black. Oh, it's the Acclaimed. Yeah, give me Top Flight and Action Andretti versus the Acclaimed. I'm ready for that trios champions mix. Oh yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for them to go after the trios title, man. Not a great match, but a nice performance from all three men. Christian Cage responds to Adam Copeland. Jay White versus Swerve Strickland's the main event. Julia Hart versus Emi Sakura. Let's go. This match is going to cook, man. I can't wait. Yo, Mark Strike. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in the chat in a long time. Mark Strike's got no G name in the chat. Let's go, man. At the chat, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, all right? Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, chat. Don't go anywhere. Oh, fuck.
kidney and bladder stones. And through Embark, I was able to have a consultation with a vet and learn a little bit more about it. We know that this is a thing we can prevent later on in his life.
Try today with promo code GetEmbark at embarkvet.com.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use in the future. So you'll have an emergency pizza when you need it most. Here you go. Thank you. No matter the reason, when life gives you lemons, Domino's gives you free pizza.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Sorry, Dad. Get your emergency pizza when you order online.
Thank you.
Only from Domino's.
Dance with me.
You're all I got. Come on.
All right. Winter break on TBS and TNT moves me all season long. Hit me, Stanley.
Guys, congratulations. Picking up a huge win out there tonight. Home crowd for you guys. So good to see you back in the ring. How'd that leg feel tonight?
No good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Begin. 1, 2.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pentagon, Commander, and El Hijo del Faquillo. That's going to be crazy, bro. That's going to be super spotty. Hey, we got Julia Hart. Y'all know what time it is. 9:30. Women's match.
The TBS Championship that cannot be won by submission. Honoring the House of Black, she is the TBS champion, Julia Hart.
Woo!
She also has her Bloomington, Minnesota.
Well, Julia Hart, we learned this past Saturday at Collision, bringing back that house rules stipulation that the House of Black used when they were AEW World Trios champions. It's 20 counts on the floor. There are no rope breaks. Disqualifications will be enforced, and the fourth and final stipulation is that Julia's opponent gets to.
Favorite luchador? Currently my favorite luchador?
And tonight, Emi Sakura has chosen no victory via submission.
Ooh, give me El Desperado.
Who's about to make her entrance here.
Give me El Desperado.
Introducing the challenger from each
Hey, Sebi! Emi Sakura. In my opinion, one of the best female wrestlers to ever come out of AEW, man.
She always gives a great match, and she always really pushes her opponent.
She always brings out the best in AEW women's roster, man.
Got an attitude apparently.
She's about to give Julia Hart her best match, man. Can't wait.
25-year experience edge on Julia Hart. And Taz, Tony, we've called many of Julia Hart's matches. We know how important that heartless, that submission hold is to Julia's
El Despy Doobie Dope. El Despy Doobie Dope. Bro, I can't speak. I'm sorry. Despy Doobie Dope is fuck. Yes, I do agree.
Faultless, she could use that submission, just can't win by it.
And so I think that's what Emi Sakura may be banking on, that trying to cause some uncertainty in the mind of Julia Hart.
I think it's a great call by Emmy to go for that. And Julia just soaking up the chant of Julia from the faithful here in Minneapolis.
And you got to be careful. You have your new TBS championship on the line against someone as credible and experienced as Emi Sakura.
MJF, Rouge, Chris Statlander, Andrade aren't hot enough for you. What are we talking about right now? Why are they not hot?
And they have seen a great night of action so far. We still have a long
Theory: Copeland joins the House of Black to end his career. What? Who?
challenger in the corner.
What the hell are these thoughts I'm making? Yeah, I don't know what those thoughts are, man. Don't get the book, man. We can't hand you the book, bro.
Coming out of the gates hot. She picked up a victory this past Saturday night on Collision.
You want
TBS championship.
It was a great win for Julia Hart.
you want the Judgment Day in AEW? Is that what you want? Is that why you want him to join House of Black? You want Judgment Day in AEW?
Yes, that's a prerequisite.
You want Judgment Day light? Nah, I'm good, bro.
What makes this young lady who she is.
She's eating some strong chops though by the veteran here.
But she Julia is so athletic.
Big chops from Emmy.
She can turn things like this around against you. Well, her background, two-time national champion, high school.
I know Julia boxed the hit.
High school, so that alone is a heavy athletic background and credibility.
Fans remember starting this Friday, the general on sale for AEW's All In London. We will return.
Bro, they've been plugging the hell out of this AEW All In show, bro. I'm almost certain they're still gonna sell good tickets.
Tickets available starting this Friday for the general public. LiveNation.co.uk, Ticketmaster.com.
Everybody buy me ticket. Everybody pitch in and buy me a ticket to All In, bro. I didn't go last year. I didn't get a chance to because I moved. I got my own place. But now I moved in. I can go. Ooh! That body senton into the steel steps was kind of crazy. They're advertising this more than World's End. They really are when you think about it. That's all I see advertisement for. They definitely are advertising that more than World's End, which is crazy when you think about it. Speaking of World's End, is anybody in the chat going to World's End? I'm likely going. I don't have my ticket booked yet, but I'm likely going, so. I'm going to be honest, as someone from the UK, I really don't think they should have come back so quickly. Law of diminishing returns. Why you say that? Why you say they shouldn't come back? I think they should come back. They're not going to do as good box as they did the first time. I mean, that's just a gimme for anything. But they're losing tickets to Taylor Swift. Is Taylor Swift performing that same weekend? Because I did hear something about Taylor Swift and all. Is she? So what's going on with that? Is she performing that same weekend, or like what's going on with Taylor Swift and All In? What's the conflict there? Because I'm not understanding what the conflict is. I keep on hearing about it, but I don't understand what's really going on there. So maybe somebody from the UK can actually explain to me what's happening. He stole my cutter. He stole your cutter. What? What are you talking about? I'm surprised they haven't given Malachi the belt. I can't say I'm not too surprised. They don't really seem to really want to do much with that guy. Like, they put him with the House of Black and they gave him the trios title, but like singles wise, they have done nothing with him. They have done nothing with him singles wise. It's such a waste of his talents, honestly. Such a waste of his talents. Same for Buddy Matthews. Such a waste of his talent too. Brody King gets way more TV time than both Buddy and Malachi. Which I like Brody, but I think that's kind of ridiculous. They got away with it the first time because we are starving for wrestling here in the UK, but going back to Wembley, one of the biggest arenas, with the product they have now isn't the best option at the sport. They'll probably still sell a good amount of tickets because, like you said, the UK market is starved. It's just that running it back a second time is not as special as running it the first time, and like you said, the product is not hot. So I believe they're going to sell a lot of seats. They might sell 40 or 50,000, just not going to do 70,000 like they did this year. That's all. They're still going to do a big numbers. It's not going to be as big, which is why they're not packing out the entire arena like they did for this year. They made the stage bigger and took out some seats. They could always change their mind and add more seats as time goes on. That's not like the final call, but they're just only allowing a certain amount of seats right now. Oh shit, I'm about to go for that pile driver with the arms stuck in. Oh, backbreaker. They're advertising Fight Forever. I mean, they should. That's their video game, man. They should. That's their video game. I would advertise it too. What's your favorite video you made this year? I don't know, man. Depends. I've made so many videos this year, it's hard to pick. They want to be able to say they sold a certain amount of tickets, again, to hide the fact that they have mid-matches and mid-wrestlers, and two of the biggest names they ever had in the main event of Mania. of all time. That's too hard. I've made so many. I'd have to think more about it. It's not an answer I can give you right away.
How about the precision, guys, by the challenger, by Sakura? Unreal. Her experience, tremendous.
Fight Forever, it's overhated. It's actually a good game. I don't understand all the hate. Respectable. Best NJPW talent right now. Yoda Suji, Ren Narita, Shota Umino, Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah, them. Emmy's tapping. Emmy's tapping. Emmy is tapping. What are you doing? Oh, right. House rules. No submissions. Almost forgot. Where's my burnt ticket, good sir? That's a good question. I honestly need to print out the ticket. I forgot to print it out, honestly. I got you. I'll put a reminder on my phone, that way I can go to Staples and print out the ticket and burn it. The only thing is, I have to... Oh, Emmy rolled over. I'm glad she got her arm down, because she could have broke her arm when that moonsault. I have to do it in like a video, because I don't know about burning a ticket in my room on live stream. I'm not ISO speed. I'm not dumb enough to start a fucking fire in my room and have the sprinklers go off. So what's probably going to happen is I'll probably do it off stream and then like segue it into the stream somehow. I'll probably do it off stream and then segue it into the stream. I'm not burning something on stream in my house. That's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. ISO speed will do some shit like that. I'm not ISO speed. We'll make it work though. AEW needs to get rid of their women's division. No, that's don't do that.
Mariah May, we saw you in Full Gear. We saw you last week on Dynamite, but I know that you're here and hungry for more.
I am. I mean, I know I'm the new girl, but I did just come from Stardom in Japan, and I had a run, and I'm dying to show AEW what I can do. So, thanks for connecting me with Tony.
Please, Tony and I go way back. We used to play squash together. It's the least I can do.
No, really. You're quite the curator of people, and I know Tony loves you, so this means the world to me.
Tony is the one who makes things happen. I'm just happy to help. All right. Okay, well, without any further ado, go get him.
Yeah, Mariah, get you your match, girl.
Curator of people. Wow. I hope she's not interrupting the meeting. What does the
My man Excalibur's been just throwing jabs all night, man. I'm kind of liking it. Taylor Swift is performing on August 20th and All In is 25th. That's why they're losing tickets. Refund me $50 from that for $100. I mean, if you really need it back, I could, but I don't know if I do refunds on Super Chats. Never had somebody ask me for that back. The main event of WrestleMania series was my favorite series you did this year. I appreciate you, man. It took a lot of time to do. AEW is still a brand new company trying to get their footing. They just lost their biggest star. People need to give them a break. Well, like I said, content-wise, they have not been good as well. He has a bunch of security with him. Isn't Tony in Gorilla? Shh. Shh. We gotta keep the kayfabe, bro. He's in his office. ROH needs to go at this point. And Tony Khan doesn't let him go to ROH unless it becomes like a massive hurt on his pockets. And ROH is kind of like a pet project for him, honestly. It's crazy how one of the security guards is going to be the next John Cena. Which one?
The rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, to this ring right now.
Yeah, they don't need to get rid of Ring of Honor. What's your favorite match in wrestling ever? Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
Adam, I know you're back there.
There you go. That's my all-time favorite match. Is that Cain Velasquez?
Speak to you about some of the things
I don't
that
think
you
so.
said last week. So if you don't mind making your presence felt.
AEW is a pet project for Tony Khan. Well, that's a heavy investment for a pet project, bro. I don't know.
She's got 5 people with him.
Thoughts on ECW as a whole? Biggest stars in your opinion? ECW is cool. That's my thoughts. I don't know. I didn't watch ECW growing up. I can't give you really concrete thoughts on something I didn't watch growing up. And it's like I watched WWE ECW, but like that's not really real ECW. So I can't really answer your question honestly. It's crazy how a pet project became the second biggest wrestling promotion in the modern era. Exactly, right?
It's in a match.
The Pissant T-shirt company.
I mean, Christian's being a gentleman here. He really
Oh shit, here comes Adam. When was the last time the green shirt guy was in an AEW show? Even the green shirt guy is fed up with AEW. He's not showing up to the shows anymore, man. You know AEW's not that good when green shirt guy ain't showing up. Oh yeah, I guess their match will be next Wednesday.
Listen. Management wanted me to have this security. It wasn't my idea, all right? But you're right. We don't need security. We do not need security here tonight. So I'm going to ask you, gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind vacating the ring.
Uh-oh. His head's going charge straight at him.
Typically, a ring general, he's thinking 10 steps ahead, but this could be ill-advised for the champion.
God damn. Big ass dude just got out of the ring. He got real bouncy. Y'all saw that?
Me to a match for the TNT Championship, December 6th in Montreal on Dynamite. I'm here to tell you that we're not going to make it to Montreal.
Oh boy. Edge and Christian, man. Best feud going in AEW right now.
We're not going to make it to Montreal because I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Christian's apologizing.
Now look, I know what you're thinking. I know what everybody is thinking. That I'm only sorry because now I'm on an island by myself, right?
You're only sorry you got caught, man. Rihanna said it best in a song once upon a time.
Please.
If you could work a program with 2 wrestlers in wrestling, who would you choose to work with? Who would I work with?
Look, you took out the Prodigy Nick Wayne, you took out
Give me Roman Reigns and Logan Paul.
That I'm sorry. Look, I'm not gonna lie.
I work with those 2.
When I saw what you did to Luchasaurus when you hit him, kill switch.
You forgot his name already.
When you hit kill switch with not 1 but 2 concertos, I was so mad. I ran out of the house. I jumped in my car and I just started driving, man. I just needed to think.
Are you going to the Royal Rumble 2024? Yes, I am. I'll be there.
And somewhere during that trip,
Team influencers, baby. Let's go.
it turned into a road trip of reflection.
Logan Paul was a Viner before he was a YouTuber.
Soul searching, digging down deep, trying to figure out why I became the person that I am, how I
that drive, it started to remind me of the times that we borrowed my mom's car. Remember that? My mom's Ford Taurus. We named that Taurus Toby the Taurus because we took it everywhere.
Damn, man, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of hope they don't undercut Jay White versus Swerve. I know we're getting 20 minutes, but I hope they don't undercut it. It's about to be 9:40.
We were gonna make it. We didn't know how, but we were gonna make it. And damn it, did we make it, huh? Did we ever make it? We went on to become multiple-time tag team champions. You know what? I'm not too shy to say it. The greatest tag team that ever lived.
Bit of a hot take with that one, Christian.
We both became multi-time world champions. Two of the greatest careers in the history.
So challenge Logan to a boxing match. I'm good. Logan would probably beat my ass in a boxing match. I'm not a boxer. He would win. I'm good. I'll pass. I'll rather wrestle him than box him.
Everybody knows that you grew up with a single mom, Adam.
I can fight, but I'm not I can't box, bro. I'm not a boxer. He's a boxer. I'm gonna lose. Oh, shit, here we go.
Listen, everybody. Yes, I'm the patriarch of AEW, and I'm in no way suggesting that I'm your father, Adam. I am your brother. And listen, you might not have had a father, but in turn, my father became your father. We brought you in like you were one of our own. You went on family trips with us. You sat at the dinner table. You slept over. Listen, when you needed discipline, my dad disciplined you the same way he did his own kids. He picked you up. He brushed you up. He hugged you. He cheered you on. To this day, he's still your biggest fan.
Damn, the manipulation's crazy.
I'm just gonna say, man, we weren't just two random guys that were thrown together. I love you, man.
Christian's Riz is wavering. It is. It's very convincing, but I see through it.
And listen to me. When your mom passed away a few years ago, that was the hardest time of your life. I know that for a fact. But sometime before she passed, she said to us, she said, what I wouldn't give to see you guys in that ring teaming together just one last time.
You're gonna play up the tag team bit.
Let's do this for her. Let's go on this journey again. As a tag team, like you said before, we should do it. You and I, for Judy, for the Jude Meister. Let's do this for your mom.
Bro, this is crazy manipulation. This is Roman Reigns level manipulation. This is Roman Reigns level manipulation right here. I ain't gonna hold you. We want Leatherface. Damn. Tried to hit him with a title and got low blowed. Adam saw it coming.
Too well. Nice try, dumbass. Sit up when I'm talking to you.
Ooh.
Shine this up real nice. Hell, sleep with it if you want to, because next week she's coming home with me.
Woo!
Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, that wasn't even censored. That censor was so late, bro. Bro, they missed the censor job. Holy shit. Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland next week. That's going to be must see, man. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that, man. That's going to be must see. Shake it tambourine, go, shake it down, shake it down, shake it tambourine, go, shake it down, shake it down. Man, that used to be this song back in the day. Shake it tambourine, go, shake it down, get your gun, get your tambourine.
Giving in our friend group is
I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. Who's my favorite fictional wrestler? King from Tekken by default. King from Tekken by default. Well, Tony's about to get a phone call from TBS. Oh yeah, I'm sure Ed's gonna get a nice little fine for that. Tony Khan's cousins on a board. I don't know who was on the board, but they were late as hell, bro. They censored it like literally 3 seconds after he already said fuck.
Definitely him.
Dude, that's Jessica taking a break with a peppermint frosty.
I'm going in.
What?
Hello. I got something right.
Yeah, that's real. And now get 20% off in the Wendy's app when you include a frosty.
Right now on PetSmart.com, save an extra 20% off site-wide with code CYBER20, so you can make merry memories with the ones you love. PetSmart, anything for pets.
Why didn't you say D-Mob from Def Jam? I like the Def Jam games, but like I don't know like any lore from Def Jam. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't that big on Def Jam. I like playing the games, but I wasn't that big on Def Jam. As I am big on Tekken. All right, y'all. It's time for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Man, I wish they got more time. This should be great, though. Heel versus heel, man. I can't wait. Very rare do we get these type of matches. All right, Chad, who do you got winning this one? I got my money on Swerve. You know what? No, I'll change my mind. Jay White wins this. I think Jay White gets the win. Jay White's going to outsmart Swerve in this match. Jay White is a very smart wrestler. Jay White's got this.
That's what Jay White is. I love it.
Swerve's house. Or tie. No, there can't be a time limit draw, guys. There's not 20 minutes. Unless they go overtime. Unless they go overtime, there can't be a 20-minute draw. But nah, I got Jay White getting the win. He's gonna outsmart Swerve. They're like Byron Saxon, but in wrestler form. Big pressure. Do I swerve when I drive? I do. I do swerve when I drive. This is very true. Who's the current AEW champion? MJF. Double count or double DQ? I hope it doesn't end with a double down count or double DQ. That'd be kind of dumb.
I've never seen anything like it. It was nuts. It was tough to watch, tough to call. Two guys that just, the hatred was crazy, the violence was nuts. But right now, this is about the Continental Classic and grabbing 3 points if possible, whoever you are here.
Remember, 20-minute time limit for all Continental Classic matches.
See, should this match go past the top of the hour, we will stick with the action all the way. You will see the end of this match here tonight on Dynamite.
And see, Jay White is the person who I think would be the most likely to go to a draw in this tournament because he's such a defensive wrestler. I think in some ways that helps him because it gives him longevity in these tournaments. But with these tournament matches only being 20 minutes, the 20-minute time limit, I think sometimes that will hurt him.
I want Swerve to win, but if I don't see Jay White doing another job for a while after losing to MJF, well, MJF is not going to go undefeated in the tournament. He's going to lose to somebody. If he loses to somebody, it might be to Swerve, but I think he's going to win this match, so. If anything, Jay might lose to Jon Moxley. Mind you, Jay White and Jon Moxley have had a match in 2019 in G1 Climax 29, which the match was very underwhelming. But you know, ever since then, I feel like both men have become better wrestlers, so I think their match now is gonna be way better. Damn, all on the security guard and the lady in the front row. Sooplex, do you breathe? Sooplex, do you have hair? No to all these things. I do not breathe and I do not have hair. This is weave and I don't know about breathing. I just exist, bro. I don't know what you want me to tell you. J1 won that G1. Yeah, because if Jon Moxley would have beaten Jay White, I believe he would have won that block. Jay White was basically the spoiler for Jon Moxley. He also went to the finals of that round. I think if Jon Moxley would have, I think the winner of that match would have been the winner of that block, and Jay White won, so he ended up winning that block. How deep is Japanese wrestling knowledge? My Japanese wrestling knowledge goes as deep as like 2000s, but don't ask me about 90s, all Japan and all. I don't know that much. Actually, I take that back. It goes as deep as the 2010s. I don't even know that much about 2000s Japanese wrestling. 2010s Japanese wrestling I can tell you about. Anything beyond before that point, I don't know that much. Jay White laying on this man's leg and shit. Yo, my man, what you doing, bro? Bro, chill. Why you grabbing over Jay White? Bro, he was grabbing all over Jay White trying to give him the... yeah, bro, like, chill out. What are you doing? Stomp to the back. Pretty sure there's a channel. Oh, go watch, what's the guy's name? Wrestling Colin on YouTube and on TikTok. That is the go-to Japanese wrestling guy. Also, Joseph Montecillo. Both of those guys are the best when it comes to Japanese wrestling. Wrestling Ransom too. Why did you start watching New Japan Pro Wrestling? I started watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. Trying to think. I want to say I got into New Japan right. No. I'm trying to think. Because I started watching New Japan in 2018. But my first exposure to New Japan was in 2015. And I'm pretty sure that was because of Finn Balor. Finn Balor making his debut in WWE, and I wanted to do more research into his previous matches as Prince Devitt. And that's when I discovered Kota Ibushi versus Prince Devitt versus Low Ki from Wrestle Kingdom 13. No, Wrestle Kingdom 7. And that's how I fell in love with Kota Ibushi, and I went into a deep dive on his matches. And then from there, in 2016, I started watching some Okada, Tanahashi here and there. I wasn't like super deep in New Japan, but like here and there, I would check out some matches. And then that's when that's when Shinsuke Nakamura signed. And then I started doing a deep dive into Shinsuke Nakamura matches. And I'm like, holy shit, Shinsuke Nakamura is the truth. Kota Ibushi's the truth. Okada's the truth. Tanahashi's the truth. These guys are awesome. And then 2017, I started hearing a lot about this Kenny Omega guy. And I'm like, holy shit, this Kenny Omega guy is the fucking truth. And that's when Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho started this online Twitter beef. And that blossomed into a whole ass match at Wrestle Kingdom 12, which was the very first New Japan pay-per-view I ever watched. And then at that point, I said, I'm watching New Japan. And then the entire year 2018, I reviewed just about every New Japan show on this channel, which no longer exists. But I reviewed every show and I watched every show. And that's how I became a New Japan fan. I don't really watch the show much anymore, but I still do. I'll pay you $200 to stop watching wrestling. I can make $200 by still watching wrestling. So, no. I've heard Nakamura was a different level in New Japan. Oh, yeah. The Nakamura you see now is watered down, washed. Nakamura in New Japan was like a different beast. He was that. He was him. Nakamura was carrying New Japan on his back in the 2000s. And then he was basically carrying the IC title on his back in the early 2010s. New Japan is a New Japan without Nakamura and Tanahashi and Okada. Simple as that. Even though Nakamura never became like world champion after Brock Lesnar came in 2003 still. New Japan is a New Japan without Nakamura. I'll pay you $500 to stop watching wrestling. I'll take you up on that right now. I'll stop watching wrestling. Boom. I just turned off AEW Dynamite. I just turned off the show. I stopped watching wrestling. I'm now simply just talking to chat. So run me my 500 because I stopped watching wrestling. See, this is how you got to do it, guys. He said stop watching wrestling. I did. I'm not watching Dynamite anymore. We're now just talking to chat. I'll just pick up watching Swerve and Jay White once this stream is over. Anything for money. Hey man, listen. It's all about semantics. It's all about semantics. It'll be weird seeing New Japan without Ospreay. Well, here's the thing. Ospreay is signed to AEW. I just missed the finish. Did I? Did it end like right after? You lying. It didn't end right after I fucking clicked off. Bro, I'm gonna be heated. No way I missed the finish. Nah, I didn't. Stop playing. Now let me tune back in. Let me stop playing. Go back and see if it ended. You trying to get me to cough it up. Well, firstly, I don't even think Jason. Well, here's the thing. Jason Titus has actually donated $400 before. So part of me doesn't want to doubt that he will donate $500. But at the same time, I don't actually know if he's going to donate $500 or not. So I'm like, no. Jason Titus is a loose cannon. But I'm gonna go back. Man, W moves. Listen. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. It's hard to show you because the camera, like, as you can see, I'm not watching the show. I turned it off. I'm not watching wrestling anymore, so run me my 500, bro. And yes, you just saw 3 water bottles on my table. I'm really bad with water. Like, I will open a bottle of water, forget that I opened it, and then open a new one. I'm really bad with that. Man just called me Brian Pillman. Yes, I did. I'm waiting for you to run me my check. We still got 4 more minutes in this show, by the way. If you're not going to run it to me, let me know because I'll turn it back on because I do want to see this match. So, Jason, let me know. Am I turning this back on? Nah, I'm turning it back on. It's listen. I respect you on the last donation, though. So I'm going to just pretend like we didn't even see this happen. I meant stop watching wrestling for life. That's not what you said. You just said stop watching wrestling. You got to specify next time.
Short clothesline, good explosivity in the feet. And then you Switchblade Jay White Swerve rotating his hips to land that discus lariat with a plum.
We see how it is, Jason. Nah, don't turn it back. You literally just said nah. What do you mean don't turn it back on, bruh? I gotta see this finish now. You said not. You went back on. You went back on your bet, man. It's all right, JT. Maybe next time. I still got to burn my ticket anyway.
Crooked a knee on that left knee. Beautifully done. See, the way he went down, I kind of suspected. Yeah, it was a hot
Uranaga, I still believe Jay White is the best Uranaga in the business, man. Did you see on NXT they let Angel Garza hit an underhook pile driver? I didn't watch NXT this week. But did he? Do you prefer single elimination tournaments or round robin? I prefer round robin tournaments when they're, you know, actually like done consistent in the manner where there's an even amount of matches on the show. So that way you're not like missing one show and then like your blocks are messed up. I prefer those round robins. The way AEW is doing it is kind of odd. So I prefer a round robin that's done the G1 way, not the Continental Classic way, honestly. AEW possibly next year if they do this should do it the G1 way. Otherwise, I prefer them doing single eliminations. I know you can't say too much. Picking up the conversation about Iron Claw we had yesterday, would you say Zac Efron put on a good performance in the movie? Everyone put on a good performance in the movie, man. I can't say too much, but everyone put on a good performance. Some more than others. I'm not going to say who I think had the best performance, but everyone put on a good to great performance. One person I thought stole majority of the movie, but I can't say who. Wasn't Zac Efron, though. That much I will say. Oh, Jay tried to for the low blow. Oh, Swerve catches the foot. Take that. Oh, backbreaker. Going for the stomp. Oh, he's going for the kick. It's 10 o'clock. Kick to the side of the head. He's going for the stomp. Wait, is it? Oh, that's it. Wait. He's going to pin Jay. 1, 2. Oh, Jay kicks out.
Jay White's resiliency here. That was really impressive, really tough to do.
Jay White kicking out is crazy. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen now because he kicked out of the finisher. Oh, I mean, he still has the little driver thing that he does. He still has that. He has like 3 different finishers. Why did you say, oh, there's an ad? Oh, Blade Runner out of nowhere. Swerve smart, sliding out of the ring. I love Jay White, man. That attention to detail. Jay White used his momentum by sliding outside of the ring and landing directly on his feet. Both men kind of not selling their own finishers. They're definitely going to a draw now because they're going overtime. Yeah, no, I think they're going to a draw. At first, I didn't think so, but it's 10:01. They're already going overtime. You might as well just do the draw. Woo! 5 minutes remain. Oh. Blade Runner. Wait, take down. Pin 1, 2. Oh, he got it. Takedown pin, he gets it. Huh. Swerve gets it with a roll-up pin, basically. I don't know, kind of underwhelming finish considering what we just saw. But big win for Swerve. Swerve's still going. That was an underwhelming finish to the match, but hey, big for Swerve. If anybody loses L match, from what I saw, the match was good. I just wasn't crazy about the finish. Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland next week. That's going to be must-see, man. Can't wait for that. Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston this weekend on Saturday. That's going to be great. Would you still call the Continental Classic the E1? Absolutely. I've adjusted to calling the Continental Classic because that's literally what the tournament is called, but I would still call it the E1. Hopefully Danielson doesn't get injured again. Oh, pray for that. Have a good night. Have a good night, man. Yeah, we're about to hop off here in just a minute. Guys, what are your thoughts on the show? We're gonna hop off live in a minute. I just kind of wanted to go live and talk to y'all for a little bit. Wanted to train myself into going live more often. So I don't know exactly when's the next time it will be live. Maybe it'll be Saturday. Maybe Saturday. Might be Saturday. Might be live on Saturday. Because I'm off tomorrow, but I want to take the day off to work on my top 25 matches of 2023. If you guys don't know, biggest video of the year. Top 25 matches of 2023 is in the works. I'm finishing up the script. I'm trying to have that script done by Saturday. So I'm going to need the day off tomorrow to really lock in and start deciding on the matches I want on there. Also, the Plexi Awards. We're going to be announcing the nominees likely coming up next week. So make sure you guys get hyped for that. Once the nominees are announced, you guys get to vote exactly on who you guys want to win. I'm excited. I'm hyped. That being said, are you streaming World's End? I'm going to be there, so probably not. But that being said, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I love each and every single one of you. Tell you what, every wrestling show, I'll give you $1 per match. Huh? If you don't watch it. I'm not understanding that question, but we'll try something else, Jason Titus. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you all. Thank you all so much. Video game stream on Saturday. I think we might do a video game stream on Saturday to break it to spice it up. Lethal Company, maybe. Lethal Company, because I bought the game and I haven't played it yet. So, guys, talk to you soon. See you Saturday. Love you. See ya. Bye.